So I figured I'd introduce everyone to Launchpad, which is a nice little project management suite that can maybe help you with all the things that you're working on. So what is it? It's a free open source project management suite. It does code hosting and bug tracking, so probably everyone's familiar with GitHub here. So it has similar features to that, but it also has reviews for code. You can do question tracking, feature planning, teams with mailing lists and polls. And the last two things are either really cool or completely irrelevant to you, end-to-end translation system, and Ubuntu package archives. So the code hosting, everyone can do that. One cool thing I wanted to show here is someone can push up a branch of code and then propose to merge it. So you have a nice formal review process. So I can see the branch that someone proposed for merging. I can see their description, and I can see the diff on this page. We can comment back and forth. So it's sort of a web-based, more formal alternative to emailing patches back and forth. The bug tracker is pretty excellent. It understands that a bug might be a bug in many different things. You might have a bug in your application, but it could also be a bug in an upstream project. So you can have different tasks for your thing, and it can say if it's a bug in Twisted, for example, you can link the upstream Twisted bug in track, and it will update the statuses for you as the Twisted bug changes and notify you. The feature plans are pretty cool, so not just bug reports, but tracking actual features. So something bigger than a bug report, like a user story, you could track here, and you can see which code branches are related to your feature, which bugs are related, and on the left it's showing a dependency graph, so you can see that this advanced categories blueprint depends on transaction tagging, so you know what to implement. And then here's just sort of a bird's eye view of one milestone that I've set up. So you can see that I have 2 blueprints associated with this milestone and 22 bugs. So let's say I have an hour to work on this project. I can just go to this page right here and pick out something to work on for an hour that's scheduled for the next release. So it's really nice for planning. Once I have a release, I can put up the project files for download, and I can see how many times they've been downloaded, when they were last downloaded, so that's pretty useful. And the translations. So basically, if you internationalize your application, you just point Launchpad at your template in version control. It will import the translation template. You can have volunteers translate it. Launchpad handles that for you, and it'll commit the translations right back to your application. So pretty much handles 95% of getting a localized app for you. And you might think, I don't know if I need people asking questions. Are people going to file bug reports, request features? Once you have these links, it's so easy to integrate into your app that you might as well. Here's my desktop application. I just added links to all the Launchpad features right in the help menu. And I've gotten tons of useful questions, features that I ended up using that I never thought of. So that's really great. And how much is it? It's free for open source projects. And if you want to have a closed source or private project, you can pay, or since Launchpad itself is open source, you can just run your own instance internally. So that is pretty much it. Does anyone have any questions about Launchpad in the remaining minute? I do not, just a user of it. Yes, that's pretty much it. So if you're looking to have some project management to whatever project you're working on, I recommend checking it out. You can use one or all of the features. You don't have to use all of them. You can point it at version control somewhere else. So that is it.